Hi everybody, it's Ann Patchett and Nemo Van Devendert. April Fools. It's Lindsay and Barnabas. Ann is not here, but you know what is? The paperback of Tom Lake. Out today in tiny, portable, take it to the beach, put it in your bag. Wonderful. Tom Lake, we love to see it. And as I am channeling Anne, here's a book that I feel like Anne would shout out today, The Hedgehog's Dilemma, about a socially awkward little hedgehog who's learning to make friends. If this isn't the most Ann Patchett book I've ever seen, I don't know what is. Okay, I have a lot of new releases to go through, so I'm going to go quickly, but if you would like to read synopses or see a full list, you can go to our website, our newly designed website. Thanks, Sarah. Up first, the Good Morning America pick is The Sirens by Emilia Hart, following generations of women who are connected by the sea. The Read with Jenna book pick is Heartwood by Emily Gage. This one follows a seasoned hiker who has gotten lost in the Maine woods and follows multiple narratives of the people trying to find her. The Reese pick is All That Life Can Afford, Emily Everett, which is a coming-of-age story. For our romance readers, we've got Any Trope But You by Victoria Lane. A romance writer who doesn't really actually believe in happily ever afters finds herself in maybe one of her novels, and every trope keeps happening to her. If you love tropes and romance, check this one out. If you are a subscriber to Love Parnassus, you will be getting a copy of Crash Landing by Annie McQuaid. Two exes who have sworn each other off end up on an island together after a plane crashes. Maybe sparks fly, but hopefully not from the plane. If you are a fan of Abby Jimenez, Say You'll Remember Me is out today. Abby is now in a hardcover form, beautiful collectible items. This one features this is literally the publisher's copy, not mine, a grumpy but hot veterinarian. We love to see it. Over in literary fiction, specifically a genre I like to call good for her, Ariel Courage is out with Bad Nature. A woman with a terminal illness fulfills her lifelong dream of killing her father. I hope she has good reasons. Olivie Blake is out with Gifted and Talented. Olivie Blake is the author of the New York Times bestselling Atlas 6 series. This is a new novel. It follows three children who are, in fact, gifted and talented, and also maybe a little bit magical, and also maybe a little bit cutthroat after their father dies, and they're each trying to prove themselves. For the writer in your life, Maggie Smith, wonderful poet, wonderful memoirist, is out with Dear Writer, Pep Talks and Practical Advice for the Creative Life. So if you have a writer in your life, pick this one up. Maggie Smith gives great advice. I would also recommend for the writer in your life, Super Gay Poems, edited by Stephanie Burt. If I were still a teacher, I would teach this book, because not only is it a collection of beautifully curated poems, Stephanie Burt has also written little essays explaining each poem. So if you are new to poetry, if you're scared of poetry, this is a great way to access that. Before anybody says, Lindsay, you don't ever mention nonfiction, The Golf 100 is out today. This is nonfiction. I'm going to buy a copy for my dad. And other notable paperbacks. One of my favorite debuts of last year, The Ministry of Time by Colleen Bradley, which if you've ever wondered what would happen if Bill and Ted's Most Excellent Adventure ganged up with Emily St. John Mandel, you would get this book. And I loved it. And also, it's real. It's happening. It's been like 10 years. I'm just kidding. It hasn't been 10. I don't know how many years it's been. Lessons in Chemistry, Bonnie Garmis. Brand new cover. In paperback. It's finally happened. If you're one of two people who hasn't read this book already, or maybe you just want to add another one to your collection. Lessons in Chemistry. And back over to Elise, who won't have as many books, I hope.
No, we got nothing going on. April Fools, we have something every single night. Okay, let me just give a shout out to Jeff Chu, who was here last night with Margaret Rankle. This book, Good Soil, and Jeff Chu, I think it's one, every once in a while there's like an exceptionally magical evening. That was last night with Jeff. If you came, you know what I'm talking about. And if you didn't, I'm sorry, but you can still get a signed copy of this beautiful book. It's about nature, it's about life, it's about everything that we're interested in. And it's just hope in a time where we really need it and when we really need it. Beautiful book. It's a lovely gift. Signed copies. Thank you, Jeff. And then tonight, Meredith Lyons, we have A Dagger of Lightning. This is smart. This is sexy romantasy. We love her. Award-winning Meredith Lyons. Wednesday, this is ticketed in store. We have a few seats left. This is Patty Callahan Henry. We love her. This is the story she left behind. She is just one of the great historical fiction writers, and we love her. We're so looking forward to Patty's event on Wednesday. Thursday, Rick Glaze. We really like hosting him as well. He's wonderful. This is a really fun read. A lot of it takes place right here in Nashville. There are seats left, so just register and come on. I'll see you Thursday. Friday, Maggie Smith. We love her. This is filled up. But check the website because sometimes people can't go and they ask for a refund and then it makes a ticket available. And we just love Maggie so much. She's going to be in conversation with Major Jackson. And Major Jackson is just going to be with us all weekend long because then he's coming with Tiana Rouse to be in conversation with Tiana Clark. And this is Saturday. And this is a collection of poems called Scorched Earth. And I'm looking at the back and she's got blurbs from Ocean Vuong, Sophia Sinclair, and Maggie Smith. So we love her, and this is really going to be an amazing event with a lot of poets. If you're interested in poetry, if you've heard of poetry, if you want to just come and be with a lot of interesting, smart people for a fabulous collection, come on Saturday. And speaking of Saturday, before Tiana's event, story time in the morning, 10:30 on Saturday, we're hosting Joseph Newgarden, who co-wrote this book, this fabulous book, Joseph's Big Dream. And you know, Joseph is a famous Indy 500 race car driver. How cool is that? And he's going to be here talking about this fabulous book. And also talking about fabulous books, Ran.
Yes, thanks, Elise. Hey, everybody, it's April, so I get to introduce the new Parnassus Next Pick. It's a special one this month because it's Brian Selznick's first YA novel. It's called Run Away With Me. Now, you may know Brian Selznick from Hugo Cabret and those great books. He's turned to YA. The beginning has these beautiful illustrations because this is about two boys in Rome during the summer. It's American Danny who meets Angelo, who wants to show him around the city, who claims to be hundreds of years old. This is an amazing queer romance. Brian will be here next week on Friday for an event in store. I hope you'll come. For our Spark Book Club readers this month, we have Laurie Halse Anderson's latest, Rebellion 1776. It's a girl, Elsbeth, who's a kitchen maid. When war breaks out, the Revolutionary War, her father disappears, smallpox is everywhere, people are being vaccinated or they're not. She's had it before, so she can help. It's a great adventure story. Also, in middle grade, Cornelia Funk's The Green Kingdom. Check that out. This is about a girl who finds letters that contain plant-based riddles. Gary D. Smith and Ron Kirchie, A Day at the Beach. This takes place all in one day at the beach on the Jersey Shore, told each chapter from a different kid or dog's point of view. Perfect for reading, maybe reading with your family or in your classroom. Raina Telgemeier fans, rejoice! We've got a new book co-written and illustrated with Scott McCloud. It's The Cartoonist Club. In YA, Amelie Howard's Lady Knight. This is a historical romance about the daughter of a duke and her brother's best friend. Alwyn Hamilton has The Notorious Virtues. This is a fantasy with a mysterious heiress and a competition. For chapter book readers, Greg Pizzoli's Earl and Worm, The Bad Idea and Other Stories. Do you like Frog and Toad? You'll love Earl and Worm. One is cheerful, one is grumpy, and then they become friends for a bit, and then what happens? Kiese Laymon's first picture book is out today, illustrated by Alexis Franklin, City Summer, Country Summer, about what happens when three boys go to stay in Mississippi for the summer. This is just a beautiful story of family and friendship. Now, if Anne were here, she would be presenting these next two books, but she's not, so I will. Ferris is out today in paperback by Kate D. Camilla. Such a great book, and if you haven't read it yet, now's the perfect time. And Dave Eggers, The Eyes in the Impossible. Last year's Newbery winner is now available in this beautiful paperback edition. Thanks for listening. Thanks for shopping at Parnassus.